Transcend the Binary actually grew out of a request. Being a health professional, how about if you just make yourself available to answer questions for the trans community? And little by little, it turned into answering questions, solving problems, and that way we were able to go ahead and recognize what were the major obstacles that were in the way from someone coming on board, making it through to, I'm not even going to call it a successful transition, but a transition that is more of a celebration of what's supposed to happen. Being a pharmacist, I was like, okay, so exactly what can I do? Well, I found out that that was actually like a little bit of a gift, because as the people that came through got educated, I saw the change in their empowerment. And it turned into what we do now, which is basically build a path together. And I've learned that everybody's path is unique. Everybody's path is individual. And unless they're constructing it with you, it doesn't really achieve its goal. One of the major things that Transcend thinks about all the time is everything leads to a healthy transition. And holistic health is every single part of it.
My name is Braden Mishoik, and I use he, him pronouns. I am the co-founder and executive director of Transcend the Binary. I first connected with Darnell Jones in 2014, and it was really the beginning of 2015 that we teamed up, and that's how Transcend the Binary was formed. We have a talented trans-led team, and it's because of them that we're able to offer supportive resources to community members and their families. We work to create community building with different events and workshops, and we also are leaders in community-led research.
My full name is Nairobi Mbaku Peoples. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I've been working with Transcend for about a year now. I am their Unity Outreach Coordinator and advocate. When I create an event through Transcend, it's a space of just being you and acceptance and finding people that are just like you, even people who aren't like you, and finding a place to connect. Camp TALAHI is exciting because I feel like camp is of great importance in all kids' lives. Young adults, kids. Camp is just important. It's a very unified space in which you do a lot of building and a lot of growth from my experiences in camp. It gives trans kids that little piece of heaven, acceptance and belonging that they're looking for, with an experience that sometimes they don't get included in if they didn't have a space like this to include in or a program set up for them.
My name is Dan. My pronouns are he, him. My role with Transcend is the creative director, and I've been with Transcend for about 4 years, I think. Finding Our Strength, the gallery exhibition, was a really unique project. Part of being a part of the design process was looking at all of this data and figuring out what kind of stories we can tell with it. And from there, how to represent it visually. In the Finding Our Strength gallery, there was all of that information that was a little bit hard to digest. It was kind of overwhelming almost to see all of this data. And stepping into that, I wanted to, the goal was to make sure that that information was accessible to people.
My name is Mordecai Jackson. My pronouns are he, him, his, and they, them. I've been with Transcend for, I believe, a year and a half. My role is in artist development, and I create new programs for musicians and artists. TCC is a kind of like a hub. I want to bring as many trans artists and musicians and writers and poets into one space so that they all kind of have a community to work with, a community to get feedback off of, and they can also promote themselves and get their word of mouth circulating as well. I hope that I would be able to bring some visibility to us, some insight into what it actually looks like to be trans beyond what you see in the news or what you see on TV, kind of bringing a realism that can only really be afforded through art.
My name is Jack Earls, he, him pronouns. I'm a peer advocate with Transcend the Binary. I've been with Transcend for 4 years. Peer advocacy is a peer of the community helping other community members via one-on-one sessions or phone sessions. You know, I want things to be easier for our community in the aspect of seeking care. I think a lot of people have a hard time finding, resources, and if they don't know of us, there's a lot of misinformation on the internet, and there's not a lot of people that specialize in transgender care. Once they come to us, a lot of times it's like a sense of like relief, and I think that I hope that it gets to the point where transgender care is just part of the healthcare system.
My name is Caleb, and I use they, them pronouns. I joined Transcend in spring of 2017, and my role has been mostly as an educator for other pharmacists in the state, as well as working with our clients to just run over the basics of hormone therapy with them and kind of be there as a quick, easy resource for pharmacy-related questions, essentially. So I really see the complications that both sides are experiencing, and then I'm able to say, this is how we can bridge these gaps and make this an easier collaboration between patient and provider, as well as, hey, providers, this is what we need as community members. Meet us where we're at, and we will meet you where you're at. It's definitely about access to safe care for me. There is a lot of barriers for a trans person to get access to healthcare, whether it be for hormones, whether it be for their asthma, their blood pressure, whatever it might be. We're afraid to go to the doctor. And I know that if I continue to work at educating pharmacists, having conversations with nurses, nurse practitioners, physicians, whoever it may be, I am starting a little bit of an education in those people, and then we are able to build on that education as the future roles.
My name is Morgan. I use he, him, his. I've been with Transcend since it was established, and my current role with it is health and wellness advocacy, but I did previously do client intake as well. Yeah, so the app is through this program called Trainer Eyes, and essentially what it allows us to do is online personal training where I can upload customized videos and create customized workout plans. The target audience is pretty much anybody who is looking to either start working on their health and wellness or further their health and wellness. I don't really have a desire to make somebody feel that they need to look a certain way. I think that fitness is more so about like challenging yourself and your capabilities and what you want to personally be able to accomplish, rather than trying to put somebody in some sort of a box of what they should look like, what they should work on, because I feel that the community already really struggles with that by the rest of society trying to place us in boxes.